it's Vanessa from Unmasked. Devastating news today in the case of missing 22-year-old Gabby Petito. The FBI held an emotional press conference announcing that her body was found earlier this afternoon in the Spread Creek dispersed camping area in the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming.
Good afternoon. My name is Charles Jones. I'm the Supervisory Senior Resident Agent here in Wyoming for FBI Denver. Standing with me here today are Acting Chief Ranger Matt Wilbur with the National Park Service, Hunter Bailey, who is Chief of the National Park Service Investigative Services Branch. We also have Teton County Sheriff Matt Carr and Jackson Police Chief Michelle Weber. First and foremost, on behalf of the FBI personnel and our partners, I would like to extend sincere and heartfelt condolences to Gabby's family. Joe and Tara Petito and Jim and Nicole Schmidt. As every parent can imagine, this is an incredibly difficult time for the family and friends. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. We ask that you all respect the privacy as they mourn the loss of their daughter. As you are aware, FBI personnel, in coordination with our partners at National Park Service, the Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department, have been conducting an investigative activity in the vicinity of the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery. The cause of death has not been determined at this time. We appreciate your continued support and patience as we work through this process. The vicinity around Spread Creek campsite will remain closed to the public until further notice. This is an active and ongoing investigation, so we ask everyone maintain distance from law enforcement personnel and equipment, vehicles, and related activity for their own safety, as well as to protect the integrity of our work and respect privacy for Gabby's family.
This press conference comes after the news that the Teton County, Wyoming Coroner's Office was called out to the scene around 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time and confirmed that a body was found in Grand Teton National Park. Yesterday and into last night, investigators were actively searching for Gabby in the Bridger-Teton National Forest area. Then today, a YouTube channel called Red, White, and Bethune released a video stating that they had come across Gabby's van on August 27th around 6:30 p.m. at the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. The couple was driving towards the back of the campground along a remote dirt gravel road when they saw the van parked slightly off the road to the left. They saw the Florida plates and said that they were going to stop and say hello since they were also from Florida, but the van looked abandoned, so they decided to just drive by. If you'll recall, August 27th was also the day that a friend of Gabby's received a Snapchat saying that they were headed to Yellowstone, and her mother received a text from Gabby's phone. However, no one heard from her voice to voice, and Gabby's mother, Nicole, stated that her social media went completely quiet on this day. On August 29th, some elk hunters also spotted the van parked in Spread Creek. It appears that this was a pre-planned destination, as Gabby had marked it as a possible camping spot on thedirt.com. Also on the 29th, Gabby was allegedly supposed to meet her friend Rose in Yellowstone for her friend's birthday, but her friend never heard from her. Another text came from Gabby's phone to her mom on August 30th saying no reception in Yosemite. From the very beginning, her mother, Nicole, stated that she did not believe that text came from Gabby, as the pair had no plans to go to Yosemite. In another strange twist, the couple that runs the channel Red, White, and Bethune tragically lost their son Ethan in a car accident on the way to Disneyland for his 7th birthday in 2011. Today, on the very day they happened to be editing their video, which would ultimately lead investigators to Gabby's body, would also have been their son Ethan's 17th birthday. When I heard that fact, it just gave me the chills. As you can see from these two pins, Gabby's body was found not very far from where the van was parked. This follows a week full of twists and turns in this case. On Thursday, body cam footage was released of the August 12th altercation between Gabby and Brian in Moab, Utah around 4:45 p.m. Mountain Time. In that video, Gabby is extremely emotional and upset. She states that Brian stresses her out and doesn't think that she can do her blog. She admitted to slapping Brian in an altercation after he locked her out of her own van and she was trying to get back in. Officers on the scene determined that there wasn't enough to charge her with anything and had them spend the night apart.
Hi, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
It was a long day. We were camping yesterday, and camping got out flies and stuff. I'm sorry I hit the bump there.
I was distracting him from driving. I'm sorry. Down there, I don't know. We've just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of
told me
your OCD?
Told me I needed to calm down. Yeah, but I'm perfectly calm. I'm calm all the time, and he really stresses me out. And this is a rough morning.
Then there was another shocking turn of events on Friday when Brian's parents called police to their house to report that Brian had been missing since Tuesday, September 14th, after going on a hike in the Carlton Reserve, not far from his home. Police were spotted taking evidence bags that contained items of Brian's clothing to assist in the search. Also on Friday, one of Gabby's friends, Rose Davis, told the New York Post that she was Gabby's only friend from Florida and that Brian and Gabby did fight and that Brian was extremely controlling and manipulative. This does line up with other accounts we have heard that Gabby had become more and more distant from her friends since being with Brian. Rose recalled a story where she and Gabby were supposed to go out to the bars one night and Brian hid her ID so she couldn't go. She also stated that Gabby had stayed at her house multiple times when Brian had episodes where he would allegedly hear voices. Yesterday and today, there were massive searches for Brian Laundrie underway at the Carlton Reserve. They had bloodhounds, drones, ATVs, and armed officers combing through the 25,000-acre reserve for him. Brian's attorney, Stephen Bertolino, told ABC News that Brian left his parents' home on Tuesday, September 14th, with a backpack and that he was allegedly headed towards the Carlton Reserve. Tuesday was also coincidentally the day that Northport PD named Brian as a person of interest in Gabby's disappearance. However, it was noted that the Northport PD was looking into being able to corroborate this statement because basically we're going on Brian's parents' words, and in my opinion, that doesn't really mean much. There are still so many questions in this case that have not been answered yet. The FBI is still requesting that anyone that camped in the Spread Creek dispersed campground between the dates of August 27th and August 30th come forward with any information. You can call them at 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit tips online at tips.fbi.gov. After the press conference, Fox News posted a beautiful picture of a rainbow that appeared in Wyoming near the area where Gabby's body was found. After the news broke today about finding Gabby's body, the Laundrie family attorney Steve Bertolino released a statement that said, "The news about Gabby Petito is heartbreaking. The Laundrie family prays for Gabby and her family." This statement feels a bit disingenuous, obviously, considering the fact that the Laundrie family has not responded to any of the numerous pleas from Gabby's family or cooperated with the authorities in the investigation. So now we will all be watching the search for Brian Laundrie. With all of the new developments, I do think he will be found very soon. It will just be a question of whether or not he will be found alive. I hope for the sake of Gabby's family that he is, because there are still so many holes in the story to fill, and Gabby deserves justice. Since the news of finding Gabby's body today, her father, Joseph Petito, has posted this picture of her with the caption, "She touched the world." Such a sad day in this case, such a beautiful young girl with a beautiful soul. Our hearts go out to the Petito and Schmidt families today. We will continue to keep you updated on any new developments in this case.